If we look at all the challenges, we can speak about a multi-crisis, an economic, a political, a social, an ecological, an institutional crisis. But actually, what we have to confront is a deep, systemic, and structural restructuring of our world. And this will take some time. And the world will look differently after we have gone through this transition process. Politically, the driving forces for this political transformation, of course, is the transition into a multipolar world, which has a tendency to make our world much more fragmented. And for these reasons, events like this one, the G20, and so on, are the very important connectors to avoid a too great segmentation.
Welcome back, everybody, to WWTA News. Thank you for returning again for another episode. I'm glad you're all here. Got a few quick things I'm going to share. I'm going to try to make it as fast as possible. So we're not going to waste any time. We're just going to jump right into a few different headlines. One of the headlines is Amazon, Meta, Twitter, and more. Another wave of layoffs hits the tech side. Wow. So yeah, interesting there. I wouldn't understand why these layoffs would be happening, but I would say this. If we think back to a few things that was said by, Jerome Powell, that, with the inflation being so high, we're going to have to really cut back on jobs to help bring the inflation down. As stupid as that sounded when he said it, right? Well, is this really what we're looking at? Are these companies working in tandem with that statement and with the government, possibly with the intent of doing that to bring the inflation down? This is something I think about, and I'm sharing it because I thought about this when I saw it. I was like, well, didn't Jerome Powell say that it would be in the best interest to cut jobs to bring the inflation down? Interesting, right? Crazy. That sounds really crazy. I don't know. It sounds yeah, it just sounds crazy. Yeah, so what else do we get? Wells Fargo faces a huge fine after their latest scandal. We can't forget that these banks are always tied in scandals, right? And in the banking system, a lot of times they're doing so many things it's hard to keep track of because what? Their information isn't on a public ledger, right? So you can't see if anything's fair, equal, balanced. You can't see any of that stuff. You've got to just kind of wait for, I don't know, people to leak information, right? As strange as that sounds, but it kind of seems like that's the only way you'll ever really find out, is if information gets leaked. What else do we have here? So Solana loses 60% of its value after FTX collapse, right? So we did see Solana dropped pretty low. Solana got down to $12, and I mean, it's been a long time since you saw Solana at that price. It's somewhere around $14 at this moment, at this time. But is really all this craziness and these prices falling really behind the FTX debacle? It's strange. I don't know. I really don't know. But nonetheless, I mean, Solana's down to $14. What else do we have going on? So there is a tweet. I don't know how true this is. I tried to fact find. I couldn't really find it, so I'm going to share it, and hopefully you all go searching. So if you find something, put it in the comments section. But so there was a tweet from a Benjamin S. It says, breaking news, as if it's just, I couldn't find proof. There's no proof on this. I'm just going to read it. BitTrue has filed for bankruptcy. A thread on what this means for XRP holders. Now, if that's true or not, I do understand one thing. There was a screenshot taken back in 2020, maybe 2020. And it was a screenshot to see how much XRP, because XRP was going to be matched with, you were going to get an airdrop of Flare, and supposedly that's still supposed to be happening either by the end of December or next year, early next year. And so that is terrible. If for some reason BitTrue is going to file bankrupt, Can't prove it. I couldn't find any articles. Then what would that mean to that screenshot Netflare that's supposed to be dropped for you to receive where that screenshot was taken? Because if your screenshot was taken inside BitTrue and that's where you had your XRP, that's where your flare was going to go. So I don't know how true this is. Like I said, I saw the tweet and I said, maybe everybody else will dig too, and maybe we'll all combine and find something. So if you guys find anything, put it in the comments section. But that's very interesting. And could this all be stemming from the FTX thing? Or is it maybe a little more nefarious? Could this just be that banks want to push exchanges out and this is how it's going to happen? I don't know. It's just questions, and share your thoughts in the comment section. All right, so there's another tweet from a Jeremy Allaire. It says, as we strive to bring more people into Web3 and native dollar digital currency, USDC, they're excited to launch this new on-ramp API for developers to connect Apple Pay to USDC settlement. So in the last few months, we've seen this USDC thing going crazy as far as a stable coin that's being used from different countries, so on and so forth, to move money around, right? It makes sense, but it's coming down to stuff that we're going to see on a daily basis in our personal devices. So I went to find an article. I clicked find the article, and I'm going to share the article with you, and I'm going to close with this. It says, we're excited to announce that eligible businesses who build with Circle can now help further boost their sales by accepting Apple Pay, an easy, secure, and private way to pay. Customers can quickly check out using the devices they carry every day. Apple Pay is also a safer and faster way to pay using the Safari browser and in apps, because customers will no longer have to create an account or fill out lengthy forms. This can be especially powerful for crypto native businesses, since it can help them create stronger connections with customers who want to pay using more traditional methods, and even enable them to buy crypto with Apple Pay on their preferred exchange. In fact, Apple Pay and Circle's payment solution make it possible for crypto native businesses to accept payments from customers who don't use crypto at all. Non-fungible token marketplaces, crypto gaming, crypto exchanges, crypto wallets, and cross-border remittance providers can help their businesses grow by making checkout easy with Apple Pay and Circle. What else does it say? Traditional businesses can also take advantage of this enhancement to shift more retail payments to digital currency and experience the benefits of USDC settlement. So, just thinking about that, right? So we're talking about all these transactions happening, and even in the background, because they're saying if you don't even have it in your account, they can make that transaction still happen. Well, how does that work? Well, like we've discussed before, it happens in the background. Your money's converted over to a cryptocurrency, USDC, and then it's moved for that instantaneous transaction on a ISO messaging network. There are a few blockchains out there that can move it instantaneously. 1, 2, 3, it's there, confirmed. Done deal. Didn't cost a thing. You know what I'm saying? Well, it cost a fraction of a fraction, but it didn't mean anything for the price. So there are blockchains that do that. And so when we see articles like this, it's like, well, if this is what's happening, well, we got to think about the big picture, okay? Crypto's here. The transactions, I'm not too hyped up on Ethereum. I don't know what the charge is when you deal with Polygon or some of these other blockchains, but I do know there are blockchains that are ISO ready that Swift is pushing for, and all banks that want to do business through Swift will be using one of these, right, or multiple of these. And I do understand also that Swift is making it easier by using Chainlink so that you can move different currencies on and off different blockchains so that they can still get those transactions done. So all of that crazy things happening out there. Just wanted to share that. If you guys got any comments, put it in the comments below. But just keep your eyes on what's going on out there in the market, because these things mean a great deal to our future, because they're not changing. When you see this system swap over, you probably won't even see it. Well, you all will see it because you're witnessing it, because you're in the space. But for the common person, they'll probably never even see it happen. They'll never see it. It'll be nothing will change for them because they won't be looking at any of the changes that happened in the background, so it won't mean anything to them. But for us, we do have the opportunity to put ourselves in a great position for the betterment of our future and the betterment of the future for our family, friends, and loved ones. That's all I got in this one. I'll catch you all in the next episode.